Story time. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tulika and I make videos on mental health, on therapies, on ways to get better. This is my journey. I'm trying to heal myself and I'm taking you along in the process. So I thought I'll just share a story about this night where I broke down at a party and what it taught me. It was a really hard time in my life and I thought why not talk about it. So yeah, here we go. You know what's wild? It's how you can be fully dressed, full functioning, fully social, and yet a small question, a single thing can trigger you, can undo you. Like even if someone says that how have you been, and suddenly your whole brain just glitches. Like, do you want to be the nice one? Do you want to be the honest one? Because at that time, even I was not sure that which one is the honest one anymore. The story is about the night when I broke down at a party in the most dramatic, heartbreaking, unnoticeable way possible. It's about how we keep pretending that we are okay until we are not, until something small just cracks the surface and everything that we've been holding together just pours out at the wrong time, in the wrong place, and in the most inconvenient way. But that night, as chaotic as it was the beginning of a truth I did not know that I needed. So, okay, it was one of those get-togethers where everything is just designed to look perfect. The music was perfect. There were fairy lights. The playlist was very dreamy, straight out of some Bollywood movie. And people were laughing at things which were funny, were not even funny. And I wore the kind of outfit that would like make you feel super confident. My makeup was on point. My smile was fixed, and my energy, it was like I was faking it, but yeah, it was there. I walked in, I was already tired, not physically, but like mentally, I was just feeling very exhausted. And I looked at myself and I was like, yeah, you know what? I look okay. I think I can pull it off. And in my head, what I thought that if you look okay, people won't ask you questions about other things which are uncomfortable for you, like what are mental health and all those things, right? So I gave all the right answers that yeah, work has been hectic, it's been a long week, I'm just so happy that I'm here tonight, it's so refreshing, it's such a good break from the usual. All of these were harmless lies, by the way, the kind that we tell everyone every day. And then someone, I don't even remember who, this person just randomly asked me that, so I think that I had been on and off talking about I don't feel so great and whatever, or I was posting a couple of Insta stories where I was I was sharing these posts about mental health and different stuff, right? And then this person, they just asked me that, okay, but how are you really? And in that moment, something just shifted inside me, but like not in a big way, but like it was a flicker, like someone had touched a bruise, and my throat just tightened. My smile was gone. My body was just like in an autopilot, and within 5 minutes I was like, you know what, just like give me 5 minutes, I need to use the restroom. And I left. And in the most dramatic way, where in those parties where the washroom is a little, it's dim, and there's this a lot of graphic on the wall, you can hear the music and everything, and there was no one in the restroom and no one could bother me. I locked the door and I just stood there, and I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, who even are you? Like, who is this person? And I did not cry at first. That would have been too easy, you just cry it out and then you feel better. I just stood. I was frozen. Like my body didn't even know that it was allowed to collapse. And then very, very slowly, I felt it building inside me, It was not like a wave, but like I was feeling something in my stomach and then it was going through my chest and all of those things. And there I was, I started crying. I was not sobbing. It was just that tears were just rolling out of my eyes, and heavy tears. And it felt like they had been suppressed for a really, really long time. And my head was a chaos at that time. And I was like, why are you like this? Seriously, you have to do this right now. I was talking to myself, and then I was like, people are going to see, people are going to notice, why are you being so weak? Can you stop crying? Please stop crying. And then I was just like trying to dab my face. And I was ashamed of breaking over there. I mean, I was ashamed of not being the strong one, just how everyone expects me to be. And I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I wiped my tears, fixed my lipstick, I patted my face dry, just like nothing happened. And I remember staring at my reflection. Eyes were red, my expressions were completely blank. And I was just whispering to myself, get it together. You need to get it together right now. I was being so harsh to myself. I don't know, why do we do that though? Why do we rush to cover our feelings like there's some sort of mistake? I think somewhere along the way, I learned that being emotional made people uncomfortable. So I stopped showing it, and then it started showing on me. And that night, it was just not about that moment. It was the whole build up, the emotional constipation, the constant pretending that, I'm okay, and that I need to look fine, I need to sound fine, I need to be fine, even though I wasn't. And you know what I learned? That when you suppress it long enough, your body, it just becomes the stage. It finds a way to scream, even if it is in a stranger's bathroom at like 10:30 p.m. So I left early. I blamed it on the headache. Of course, classic exit move. I booked an Uber. I sat staring at the window, like I was in one of those Bollywood movies. I got home, I removed my makeup, like I was just scrubbing my face so aggressively. Like I don't know what I was trying to remove. I was trying to remove my weakness of me. And then I don't know what happened. I was like, you know what, I need to feel this. I need to be I've been holding on for too long, and I would just let myself feel this whole thing. The grief, the burnout, the loneliness of always being the one who has it together. And I just sat in my bed, not without any distractions, no phone, no music, no TV, just like silence, complete silence. And in that silence, I was just like letting myself feel everything my body was telling me to feel. I was feeling tired, I was feeling emotional, I was having all these thoughts that you've been going through this, you've been going through that, and I was replaying some memories, and I was like, you know what, I need to go through this. For once, I need to stop avoiding everything my head is trying to tell me, everything that my body is trying to tell me, and I need to be able to feel all of these things once in a while. And since that night, something has shifted in me. I've been different. I'm not saying I've been perfect. I've just been a little softer to myself. I don't wait for breakdowns to give myself permission that, you know what, now I'll feel. I've stopped saying I'm fine when I'm not. And I've started to like check on myself a little more, like someone I actually care about. I mean, I've really started to take my mental health very seriously, because emotional breakdowns, they're not weaknesses. They're checkpoints. That's the way your soul is telling you that you are overdue. You just sit with me. And now when I feel it building, the tension, the pit in the stomach, the spiraling, I pause. I'm like, you know what? I need to do something about it. So sometimes I journal, sometimes I take a walk, sometimes I also cry in a pillow and feel stupid after. But I always feel lighter, because at least I'm not abandoning myself anymore. So if you've ever stood in a bathroom crying at a party, or it was hard for you to breathe through a panic wave in a crowd, or you have silently left a room just because you knew that if you stayed a minute longer, you would break down, you would crack. I see you. You're not weak. You're not too much. You're not alone. You're just someone who has finally reached the edge of pretending. And that edge, that is where the healing begins. Let it spill. Let it shake. Let it be inconvenient, because your peace is worth more than other people's comfort. And from someone who's still learning, your breakdowns are not breakdowns, they're breakthroughs. Drop a comment if you've ever felt like this. Let's talk about it. Let's get better together.